Voters in a handful of American states are heading to the polls today in off-year elections. But the results could be very telling in terms of where the U.S. public stands on key issues 1 year out from next year's presidential election. Cameron McIntosh is working out of our Washington bureau these days, and he's looking ahead to the voting today in those key battlegrounds. What are the issues that voters are deciding on today, Cameron?
Well, really, Heather, in all these races, abortion is one of the biggest issues. It's one of the biggest domestic issues in the United States right now, and it will have an influence on these elections. Take red-leaning Ohio. Abortion access is actually on the ballot. The Democrats are looking to enshrine the right to abortion into state law there. They've been doing this around the country in many states ever since Roe versus Wade has been overturned with some success. Harry Enton is an analyst with CNN.
There have been 6 abortion rights ballot measures that have taken place since the Dobbs decision. And in each case, the abortion rights side won in those. So Ohio would be the 7th, which to me is an indication of how popular abortion rights are in this country.
Now, if the Democrats were to win this in Ohio, securing those abortion rights, obviously it's a big win for them and potentially something for the GOP presidential candidates to think about as they prepare for their debate in Miami tomorrow.
What could the impact be, or impacts even, Cameron, of these elections on the presidential vote come next year?
Yeah, a lot of people are looking across the river from where I am to Virginia for that, where Republican Governor Glenn Youngkin is trying to flip the Virginia legislature. Now, he's a staunch conservative, but is widely seen to be rejecting the MAGA message and movement. So if he's successful in a relatively blue state, it could send a real message to the GOP, basically about how it conducts itself and about the leadership that it wants to emulate. This coming at a time, of course, when Donald Trump is in a lot of legal hot water, and also at a time where he hasn't had a lot of political wins since leaving the White House. So a lot of analysts looking to that. As for the Democrats, they could score some big wins in the South. They could hold on to a governorship in Kentucky, and they have a shot at a governorship in Mississippi, where Brandon Presley is running. Now, a lot of people may not have heard of him, but everyone's heard of his second cousin, Elvis. So talk about name recognition right there, Heather.
Right, and spades. All right. Thank you so much, Cameron. Really appreciate that. Cameron McIntosh is in Washington.